Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another 505 Sports Venture Foundation program. Thank you for being here. I want to thank my producer, Adrian from Long Beach, behind the glass, and the president of ProView Studios, Steve Davis, up the stairs in the big chair, for giving us this opportunity to talk to you weekly about what's going on with 505 Sports Venture, name, image, and likeness in the University of New Mexico. Hey, guys, you see this cool shirt? This could be yours. This is one of the cool things you get when you become a member of 505 Sports Venture Foundation. Go to the website, 505sports.org, $30 a month. You chip in, you help UNM Athletics, and you become part of the team. Just this past weekend, we had an event at one of our members' place of business. The Chavez family hosted us at his hot tub store, basically. The Jacuzzi, it's called. I don't know, maybe our producer can put up a picture or two right now of how cool this event was. But you could be part of it. It was a meet and greet with UNM football players, coaching staff. We had food. We had a magician pulling rabbits out of people's ears, and all the hot tubs you can want. There you go. I'm going to give away our special guest right there. Here's the crowd. And next you'll see there's Bronco Mendenhall pulling a card out of somebody's ear. So what an event. Where are you? Come on. Get involved. Join with us. $30 a month. Contribute to UNM Athletics. Let's be successful. Again, this cool shirt could be yours. Anyway, we'll be back. It's football time. Hang out. We'll be back right after this quick message. Stay with us.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Mirror here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Locked in, shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I give you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready!
My coach, my teacher, my older sisters, my grandma, my brother, my tutor, my dad and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
Hey, look! It's Dwight Goodman!
This place is hot. Let's see if anyone needs my help. How about I drive your Batman home, huh?
I got this, Dwight. I'm the designated driver. Boom.
Sweet. Does anyone need Dwight's help getting home tonight?
No thanks, Romeo. I've got a taxi all lined up.
Drive safe, Dwight.
Boom! Boom!
Of 17 days. It's Wednesday, August 7th. 17 days. 17 days to the start of Lobo football. So, guys, gals, this is different. I'm telling you. I know you've heard it for years. We're going to see a whole different deal out there. Anyway, I've got my guest on, one of my best friends, Mr. Portnoy, voice of the Lobos. How you doing, Rob?
Oh, it's great to be with you, Kurt. How are you, bud?
Great. And we have been on the field, practice, scrimmages. Rob's regularly interviewing players. There's a different feel.
Oh, the vibe it's unbelievable, really. It is. Alignment is a word that's used a lot. You can feel that. Like the alignment from player to player, player to coach, coach to head coach, head coach to administration. Like it's all pulling in the same direction. And I've never seen anything like it, Kurt.
No, nor have I. If you watched in the beginning of the show, our producer, Adrian, put up a few stills from an event we had this weekend, a meet and greet. Had 20-plus players, 7 or 8 coaches, including the head coach. You were there, Rob. You even were ID'd in one of those photos. Can't deny it. Catered by one of our bigger donors and members, the Larry Chavez family. Just a great, great fun event. And we went down the schedule. I had 4 of us on the side go down the schedule. You know, the typical win, what are you going to do? I got 8 and 4. And they were looking at me. Not the players. The coaches would be like, oh, maybe, you know. My co-fans, my supporters were like, okay, you're drinking the Kool-Aid. But there's still a palpable feel of positivity.
There's real reason for optimism. And you hear some words like accountability, intentionality, attention to detail. These are things that you hear from coaches. And the execution of that within this program and the way that the value system is so ingrained and built in from the ground up, you can see it, you can feel it every single day at practice. And I'm not in the meeting rooms and I'm not around them 24/7, but I think I've been exposed enough to see the difference. Coach Mendenhall is a true CEO, and his organization is as efficiently run as any I've ever seen in any walk of life.
Yeah, I agree. I've sat at board meetings in my other career as a real estate attorney back east. I've sat with developers, billionaires, and Bronco Mendenhall is a unique character, no doubt about it. And I also thought there was something very interesting you just said. You're not around them 24/7, and you're around them much more than I am. But it's 100% of the time when you are around them, it's positive. There's never any, maybe we had a bad practice or it wasn't perfect, we need to work on it. It's still positive. We'll fix it, we're working on it. And I've probably met out of the 100-plus guys out there, 85 of them, everyone's positive. Every single one.
I'll give you one of the values that Coach Mendenhall talks about, and you hear it from his coaching staff. And then to get a chance through fall camp to talk to the players and to hear them talk about it, it's fascinating. One of his core principles is doing hard things together. And to see these guys pull each other through workouts that they didn't think that they could get through, and to help each other and to enjoy those successes together, it galvanizes a unit. It galvanizes a team in a way that I've not seen before. And right now in training camp, we're watching them compete like heck against each other. I can't wait to see what it looks like when they're all competing with each other and for each other against an opponent in 17 days, because it's going to be truly impressive.
Yeah, really a great point. We were out there today. I caught the last half hour of full-on pads, hitting hard, yelling, scrimmage. And they were against each other. Still would pick the other guy up after a big hit. But yeah, as 52 years watching Lobo football, I've seen some of the great NFL players came through, especially when I was here in the 70s, to seasons with a 0 win. We've experienced that. it is really reason for optimism. 17 days. The staff isn't happy about 17 days or 2 games in August, but it's here.
August 24th, week 0. I've never seen a season like this where you're opening the week before the regular season starts. You're playing a week 0 game. And then you have 3 bye weeks built into a season where you play 12 games, of which only 5 are at home. This is a crazy schedule for Coach Mendenhall's first year, and a very difficult one.
Yeah, well, no doubt about that. That's why I settled in at 8 wins. I didn't want to get too crazy and go. My heart's probably saying I would probably get 10 and 2.
You didn't think 8 was crazy?
No. Not when we went down each game.
I love it.
You want to say after last year, the year before, the history, 3 winning seasons in 17 years. Is 8 crazy? No, 8's out of the graph. It's out of the ordinary, but it's a whole different era. It's a whole different program. It's all different guys. So yeah, I think 8 wins. I'm counting on 8 wins and a bowl game. I don't want to slight my buddy Jeff Symbieta, but a bowl game that's not the New Mexico Bowl. I want to travel to a bowl game. It can be Arizona. It can be Vegas. Let's travel to a bowl game. Anyway, we're going to take a break. We're going to sell some stuff, and then we're going to talk about Lobo positions, the competition, what it looks like. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
What's going on? Who are you guys?
Well, sir, I'm going to pick you up at the DWI checkpoint for drunk driving.
And that's when I have to come down to get you out of jail.
Well, temporarily. I'm Judge Torres.
They call him the Hammer. Hey, hot off the presses, champ.
I'm real proud of you, honey.
Way to make them happy back home, Captain.
Who's that?
That's your new buddy in jail.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the middle segment of this week's 505 Sports Venture program. Thanks for being here. I've got my good buddy and voice of the Lobos, Rob Portnoy here. Rob. All right, I've gone out. I've said it. 8-4. All right, we won't talk about that anymore until after week 1. Well, I'll talk about it. Let's kind of see where we are roster-wise. Story today in the Journal, pretty clear that we've got there's no competition at quarterback. So what have you seen so far?
So one of the things that Coach Mendenhall has said, and he said it from the day that he was introduced in the pit as the new Lobo football head coach, is he said, you can do all the preparation, you can get it right, you can get full buy-in and total alignment, there's that word again, and if you don't have a quarterback, it doesn't matter. He said, we feel like we do. And that was before he'd even gotten to practice with him yet. So now, through spring ball, where Devin Dampier literally took every rep because the backup quarterbacks were injured. Now there's some new quarterbacks that have been brought into the fold. And that's one of the things that's happening right now, actually, in training camp, which is very important. I'm talking with offensive coordinator Beck about that. He said that these weeks leading up to the first game week ahead of the opener are about finding out what to do at quarterback, knock on wood, should we have to go past Devin Dampier in our depth chart. Let's not even talk about that. We don't want to even think about that. Devin Dampier is the real deal. He made a play today during a live rep because they were tackling to the ground. Devin Dampier, by the way, is the only player on the field that's got the gray jersey. The backup quarterbacks are even live. He made a play in a goal-to-go scenario inside the 10-yard line, scramble play, moving to his left, which is always hard for a right-handed quarterback. He's a true sophomore, by the way, just a second-year college player with bullets flying at him from both directions, and he was able to find a running back out of the backfield wide open in the back left quarter of the end zone. The type of instinctive play that doesn't just happen. The thing that I'm hearing about Devin that is really exciting, and something that he is saying too, that he's told me himself, is that the game is slowing down for him. And that's not in an open field scenario or a broken play situation like the one I just described. We've seen him make those plays as a true freshman last year in games, backing up Dylan Hopkins. What is going to be different for him this year is the ability to do the things on script, at speed, make the reads that he needs to make, and make the right decisions, in the moment. And those are the kinds of things that he has said that is slowing down for him. And if that's the case, if he becomes a quarterback here between the ears that matches what he can do physically, we've got ourselves a really good one.
It's clear if for those of us who have had the ability to watch practice and see, and then there was the first scrimmage in the spring. I mean, he came out, I think the second play took off 70 yards or whatever. There has never been any doubt about his ability to roll out and sprint downfield. Now, without depth at quarterback, we all know it's a brutal game. That's a big deal. You got to be careful. And they don't want to think about where it goes if he gets hurt. I think in the long run, you will see a UNM football team, as I believe in Bronco and his ability to build it, in partnership with 505's Sports Venture Foundation. We'll have a lot of depth at quarterback, and I think we might have some. But my question is, are we confident in our quarterback's ability to really throw the ball downfield? And so far, it surely looks well.
The answer is 100% yes. He has Division I college football top-tier arm talent. There is no doubt about it. And you mentioned something, the ability for Devin to run. What you're going to see is a lot of Devin off-script running, if necessary. I don't think you're going to see a ton of Devin in the zone read. Dampier exposed repeatedly as a designed runner in a run play over and over again. He's just too valuable. He's just too valuable.
No doubt.
And they have other players on the roster, quarterbacks and non-quarterbacks, who are capable of doing those things that will be utilized. So Devin will not be the only player to take snaps, but he is the number one quarterback.
Oh, no doubt about it. All right,
don't
good
make any,
point.
Let's
go. The guys who are also going to do the heavy lifting, carrying the ball. Pretty deep group.
It's a really deep group, and I know, one of your guys at 505 SVF and has been now for 2 years. Andrew Henry is back, nicknamed Dalla. Actually, he picked up a $2 bill at your event, which was pretty cool, and I think that might end up being on the back plate at the bottom of his shoulder pads.
Well, if you have a chance, you can get to the website. I think we will this week pop up a picture of the latest addition to the Andrew Henry family, which is a young man named Andrew Henry. And so since he's the second Andrew Henry, it is AKA Deuce Henry. So the $2 bill, the young child, AKA Deuce, kind of go hand in hand. Yeah, Andrew's one of my guys, had a broken leg last year, had a fracture, played through it, sat out, was hobbled all year. He's healthy, but today there was a hint that Mr. Sanders may be the number one guy. But even if it is that, they're both, and even down to the third position, they're all going to get carries.
So you could expect Eli Sanders, Javen Jacobs and Andrew Henry, all to be figuring prominently in the mix. They all have outstanding skill sets, and they all can do a lot of different things. And Coach Mendenhall and Coach Beck have said that we're going to utilize all of them. And don't be surprised if Rodgers ends up in the mix as well before it's all said and done. There's just a lot of talent at that position.
All right, 17 days till Saturday afternoon, August 24th. You're all going to go buy tickets, right? Anyway, you're going to run the ball, you're going to pass the ball, you better block. We'll be right back after this message with part 3. Stay with us.
Young driver, this one. Hard to get her out. She'd been drinking. This one. Both of them gone. They'd been drinking, and he drove clear off the road. This was my family. Drunk driver hit us. And my wife and our daughter, they didn't make it.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Miller here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team's going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Like me, shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
Teenagers love a party, especially during prom and graduation season. Often, alcohol is involved. Some parents think that hosting a party with alcohol in their home will keep the kids safe, but it's wrong and it's illegal. As a parent, to allow your teenagers' underage friends to consume alcohol on your property is a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to teenage drinking.
This is a program of the Drug Free Action Alliance. For more information, go to burnco.gov/do-not-host.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the third and final segment of today's 505 SVF program. We left off, my producer Adrian from Long Beach had just popped up the schedule. There you go. Check that out, Montana State. What are you doing? Best deal in town is Lobo tickets. They're a great value. The venue, as you know, is one of the beautiful spots of Albuquerque. We've got Montana State, and then a month later, Fresno State sandwiching the two pay-for-play games. But look at that. We've got Fresno, Air Force, Wyoming, Washington State. Let's go. Get out there, buy tickets. When this team's 8-4, you're going to be saying, "Hey, what was I thinking? Why wasn't I there?" It's going to be hopping that stadium. So let's get out there. Anyway, all right. We saw a little story. Our guy, our beat writer, Sean Ryder, today kind of said there seemed to be a starting lineup at the offensive line. Now, it's still 17 days, so who knows? But stability on the offensive line is key, and it looks like we're going to have it.
It's massive. Talking with Coach Beck yesterday, he said that basically right now it feels like he has a rotation of 8 that he can count on, that he can trust, and as such, he feels good about it. Here's the interesting piece. As I talked to him further, he said, one of the first things that I did looking at tape from last year's team coming here was look at the offensive line. Last year's offensive line was outstanding. It was one of the best that the Lobos had in quite a bit of time. 5 starters all left. And he said, so they basically had to rebuild the offensive line from the ground up. And he said, it is remarkable, that word was used, that we feel as good about the group that we have right now heading, into week 3 of training camp, right, that we could be at this stage with our confidence level totally starting from scratch. It's a testament to the way that they recruited, and it's a testament to the quality of the players that they brought in, that they feel that good. And he said, knock on wood, if we can stay healthy, he likes the chances for that O-line to be successful.
All right, last part of the offense, receivers. Pretty deep group again.
Yeah.
So far, anyway. We're seeing our local guys, Luke Weissong, Nick Trujillo. They're establishing themselves. Looks like Caleb Medford's healthy.
Yes.
Big
Just
deal.
earned his jersey number 12.
Big deal,
That's
right?
huge.
Numbers, yeah. Tight ends are cool.
Yeah.
So we're in a really good shape there, I think.
Yes. No, I completely agree with that. You also have a veteran player in Ryan Davis that will work out of the slot some and can line up outside too, that's come back from last season. Sean Miller's a new face. There is depth at that position and quality depth, and it's going to be really interesting to see how they all blend together.
Yeah, okay, I don't want to slight the defense, but that to me is one of the questions. What I love that I don't think I've ever seen, except maybe when we go back to the 70s, and I go back to the 70s, is the size of our defensive backfield. We have traditionally, in my experience, been a little short there and got a little beat up. That's not the case now.
No, you're right. We have bigger DBs across the board. Bigger corners is going to be a huge benefit. And I think we have two great leaders, too. And I should certainly throw Tavian Combs into that mix because he is a returning leader. But Tavian's still got some time to get back healthy to where he's going to be on the field for the Lobos. And it looks like one of the key new additions to the defensive backfield, whom we thought was going to be an anchor corner, Noah Avenger, might actually be starting safety alongside returner Christian Ellis. Those two guys are literally the quarterbacks back there from their two safety positions. And it's going to start with them in terms of getting everybody in the right place. And I think that they're going to be the backbone at the back line.
Linebackers, defensive backs. What do you think on the defensive line?
So this was really exciting to hear. The staff feels that a D-line that probably didn't perform as well as it would have liked a year ago, a lot of returning players on that D-line. And the staff, to a man, when you ask them, said that they saw so much on tape from those players and so much from them when they first were able to get their hands on them and work with them in spring ball, that they feel like the potential is there for them to be great. Not just good, but be great. Returning players like Kyler Drake and Gabe Lopez and Bryce Santana and Tyler Keeney. That's really exciting. And you're going to see a brand new stand-up, rush-end type of player in Okiki Olorunfunmi, who I think fans are going to really... First of all, athletically, he is a monster. I can't wait to see what it looks like on Saturday.
Great kid, and kudos to you, Rob, for throwing his surname in there. We at 505 lovingly refer to him as Okiki.
Yes.
I tried. It's the tongue twister. All right. Well, listen, and that line, that's another reason. 8-4. You know where to find me. Remember, I said 8-4. Lobo football, what is that? Is that when did that happen last? Anyway, that's it. I want to thank you all for being here. Rob, thanks as always.
Love being with you.
I think we got to get you in the next. I want Sean back. I want you back before the season. I'm going to kind of hold your feet to the fire. Well, maybe a little bit about the record. Maybe about the first game. Anyway, everybody, look, cool shirt. You saw the events. We need your help. You're going to help grow this program. You've already helped basketball get to an amazing place. Women's basketball is much improved this year. It's because of the partnership, I believe, with 505 SVF. Look at the news today or tomorrow at the latest. Twitter, internet, Lobo Alliance, the collaboration with UNM Athletics is real. It's formalized. Now we need your help. Anyway, I'm Kurt Roth. This is the 505 SVF program. I hope to see you next week. 505sports.org. Press the button, $30 a month. See you next week.